thing?
We used to have a couple of well, I mean, for which one? We didn't do intros for the
podcast.
The podcast. And then what was that other thing? Was it a talk show? Was it
I don't know.
I don't know, whatever it was.
Thing.
It was live from the ball pit, which was always good.
I guess we're live right now.
We are.
I doubt anyone's on here.
No one's here. We didn't tell anyone we were going to be here, so this is yeah.
Oh, someone says up. Might find new people. Oh, there's one.
Oh,
I didn't actually even
open
the window, so
we're checking right now. Do notifications work? Obviously, they do. Rich GTR. Although my camera just froze. Seriously,
it did. It did just freeze in a comical way.
At least when they freeze, they're in comical ways.
And you're gone,
Rich.
And you're back.
Oh, and I'm back. I don't know why it keeps doing that. We have the same camera. Why is mine doing that and yours not doing that?
Or internet.
It's the camera, not the internet, because you can still hear me. Which is another subscription I'm subscribed. But at least I feel like I'm getting what I pay for with my internet compared to some of the other subscriptions.
So we're gonna have to chat since we got one person in the chat. Does the audio sound good? That we haven't done this in a while, so.
Oh yeah, I was just kind of assuming it didn't suck.
I'm just gonna assume that too.
Yeah.
Check.
Oh, we got two now.
Sounds
good. Hell yeah.
Moving on.
So yeah, we're here to basically bitch about subscriptions and how we don't like them. And I thought we were getting rid. What?
Everything is a subscription.
Everything's a subscription. But remember when they were getting rid of phone subscriptions, and they were getting rid of cable subscriptions and all of this stuff, and then it was bundling subscriptions, and now it's you have to have this or you don't get it. We went from free stuff to dystopian future really quick.
Well, I think everybody understood what the money shovel figured out. They could, just keep,
Yeah, well, that's my thing. At a certain point, isn't somebody supposed to be looking out for the consumer's interests at some point?
Well, I mean, is a subscription a contract? Do we talk about those being a simultaneous thing?
I mean, most times, most subscriptions are in a contractual
agreements.
Yeah.
So is it really a subscription or is it just a con word for contract?
Well, I guess it's a contract, but it's a renewing contract. That's what makes it a subscription. You can sign a one-time contract, which is when you said buy a piece of software, you bought the software, you get to use the software, and you sign a contract saying you're not going to sell it to other people and stuff like that. But now you have to rent everything because that's essentially what the subscription is. You're just renting it. And we learned a long time ago, it's more better for the people to rent things than it is to own things.
Yeah, but remember when you actually bought things, owned them, and then just played them forever, where now if we go to video game subscriptions, which I pay for.
Oh, I don't. I still hate that. I don't like to get physical copies anymore.
Well, that's just it. They don't, even when you buy the physical copy, because the last physical copies I bought, you still had to download a majority of the game. Even after you bought the disc, you still had to download. You still had to pay for this service to do that. And then you turned around and the disc didn't work very long. And then I had to end up downloading the whole thing anyway because the disc stopped functioning. And it was weird, like it was like by design.
Yeah, almost like they wanted the disk drives to take a crap so that your discs didn't work, but only your online games worked.
And now like, laptops and most devices don't come with any ability to actually read information.
Oh yeah, if you want to, even if you get like computer towers and stuff like that, they don't come with anywhere for disk drives.
No,
there's no spot for no one does any of that. I want 27 USB ports, but no freaking, you know what I mean? But I mean, some of that is realistically everything's on a scan disk nowadays instead of a
True.
CD or a floppy. So there's some to that.
Some physical media.
Yeah. But like your Steam library, what happens if Steam decides to just like poof and be gone with it all? All of the money you spent on games that you bought are
so less rent, more lease.
But that's yeah, exactly. But the thing is, with any lease and anything like that, it always seems like it's better for the person doing the leasing than it is for the leaser.
Well,
I can't think of one scenario where a subscription is better than outright buying the content. Like, especially when you come into video games or like, let's just say TurboTax or Intuit QuickBooks or any of those things where you're paying what you would have paid to own the thing for ever many years every single year now. And tell me how that's better.
well, it's not.
For me, I can see where it's better for somebody. Ooh, yeah, you've got editing.
Yeah. I bought an editing software that was a one-time get it all. It's all yours until they said you need to upgrade. And then somehow in the fine print of the upgrade, it became a subscription service and I couldn't roll it back.
And I think that's some of the shit that Google's getting sued for too, is the making you do things without an option type of because there's a word for what the coercing, I guess. Because like you said, they run you in a, you know, you have to do this, this, and this, and then there's no way, like you have the choice. You had a choice, is what they're going to say. You chose to do this. But when you go down the decision tree or whatever it was for customer service, it's like, get wrecked.
Yeah. And then there's the opposite side of all of that. Where did this whole subscription pay to play, I like to say, start? Where did it come into play? What was the first subscription service that started to grab everybody? I mean, I remember red boxes. I remember Blockbuster. You paid for a subscription, got a Blockbuster card.
No,
that was a subscription.
Redbox. Why does this thing keep doing that?
Because it enjoys freezing.
It's not freezing. It's like going into sleep mode.
Oh,
yeah. All I do is like open the screen on the back, and it comes back to life. Like, oh, you're here still.
Leave the screen out. That's what
it is out, but unfortunately, it's not on. Oh, I'm too close to the screen, and it's okay. Cool.
All right. Back to the conversation. Let's talk about subscriptions. Was it not a subscription to have a monthly card to say even the video store at one time?
No, you had a card, but you only paid when you rented the item. It wasn't a subscription.
Oh, it was just a card, like ever so many rentals gets you.
Yeah, this is your account.
Like a punch card?
A punch card and an account, because like if you didn't bring it back, you know, they needed to know.
They knew who to charge.
Yeah. But there was you weren't like, it's not like, I want to say the first time I really remember it being, and granted this is backwoods Oregon, was like Costco and stuff like that, where you had to be a member.
Okay. Yeah, member.
Before you could subscription. It's 100% a subscription.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, what's the deviation between that? I can call it a subscription, a lease, a contract. Membership. These are all just fancy words for subscriber.
Yes, 100%. But I think there's varying layers of getting screwed, if you will. As far as the end user goes, for certain things, I don't know. I feel like things that were never subscription based that have all moved to be subscription based because we make more money is where I really have a problem with it.
So I mean, there is a deviation between paywall and subscription.
Yeah,
those are two different things. We're going to call those two different things.
Yeah, because a paywall is in like gaming, where you can't get the cool thing unless you buy it. Like, exactly. I'm okay with you being able to buy past, to get things, or as long as I can still go grind out to get the same thing. Like, as long as there's not something that you can only get by buying it, because that's where I draw the line. Because that's
and that's where I come into why play at all if you're not going to play to get the thing.
Exactly. But I get there's a lot of people that have money and not a lot of time, I guess.
If you're supposed
if you want to do dumb shit with your money, I'm not going to tell you no. I just think that's ridiculous that you spent how much money on said game, and now you are paying money to not actually play the game.
True.
Like what kind of backwards pageantry?
Of it.
Yeah, I just want everyone else to think.
Subscription service that gives me free games every week. So why would I stick to this one? I just want to play hard, get the best stuff up front, and then look awesome while I play it. Back again.
This is why we probably should have looked into this a little harder before we.
Hey, mine's working fine. I got the software up here doing its thing.
Well, so that's another thing. I went to log into this, and it's like, oh, what's your subscription to the Canon freaking EOS app? And I'm like,
it did ask me to subscribe, and I was like, no, I choose not to.
Seriously,
it's like we'd really like to steal your information. Because I said no.
Yeah, reject all. I had to do the exact same thing. It's insane the way they farm us for information, anything they can sell, your preferences.
I just recently read a contractual agreement that may be coming to Ford because I do not subscribe or pay to subscribe. I subscribe to it, I guess, because I'm part of it. I have a nice, fancy Ford Motors app that monitors my vehicle everywhere I go.
Which they are selling all that information to your insurance company.
Information.
Yeah.
I'm on a list somewhere for definitely going too fast most of the time. And probably being unsafe simultaneously. It probably knows like weight of driver. I don't know.
But I mean, there's so many damn sensors in there. Yeah.
They are now taking locational information because it is a free application. Free means we're taking your information at no cost to you.
No, that means it's free to you, therefore we get to sell everything you tell us.
Correct. Because take it for
nothing
free is not free. Yeah. And we're stealing your information for sale by
it's not stealing. I will say it's not stealing if they tell you they're doing it up front.
Yeah. But if I was never to subscribe to the app and sign up for it, they would just steal the information anyway. So
that's the how would they get at that point they're getting the information did someone just knock at my door? They'll knock harder if they really want to talk to me. Told you never to bother me. I'm cleaning my room.
So you don't pay for said subscription, you get all your information taken. That's a subscriber. And now they're looking into they're going to track how you drive, where you drive, and they're going to listen to you. That's their new thing. So they can listen to keywords just like your cell phone does, just like, the great and wonderful Facebook does and all of your social media.
Remember when the CIA used to do that and everyone got really upset about it, but now everyone else does it and it's okay now?
Yeah, they send that information to the CIA. It becomes more open-ended, I guess.
Are you getting notes passed?
Did I buy this?
Did I buy this?
I don't know what it is.
It's a pry bar tool.
Oh.
You put the socket in there and then you go clunk. I think I bought this. Doesn't look like the thing I bought though. Anyway.
Kind of like your socket?
Yeah, I don't know. I just buy things. Because I subscribe to services that show me things and then I end up buying them because why not? I'm a consumer. That's what we all are.
Well, I mean, realistically, that's what the economy is built on. We don't build things and we don't farm things. We farm people and do services.
Right. So back to the great and wonderful Ford Motors. They have now implemented the ideas of they will track where you're going and where you've been and what you're saying, and then they will.
Now, are they only doing this through the app, or are they doing this through the car?
They're doing this through the whole car, where it uses your mics, uses your video, uses everything, and then they're going to start implementing ads on your infotainment system as you drive.
Go fuck yourself. What?
Yeah. So as you drive by the Target,
I've seen this movie. We could take up 75% of their field before they start having seizures.
Yeah. So as you drive by the Target at 4 p.m. every day, at about 3:55, they will be
Shut
introducing a Target ad,
up.
letting you know if you stop at Target today, when you said earlier that you were hungry for Doritos,
Oh
they're going to show you a
my
Doritos ad.
god. Yeah, and the problem is you can't opt out of that.
No. And they've actually started selling that information to the point where there's people that have tracked the price of a sales item based on the distance you are from the store. So if you place your location and the location of the store and you look at an item, it is actually less expensive the farther the distance. It's more expensive the closer the distance you travel. And they will
Just
change those
because
prices
yeah,
based on your
Wendy's was
distance.
talking about that,
Yep.
basically and what basically what
Wendy's
people
was
said there.
doing it by the hour. So based on
Yes, at certain
how they were
hours, things
paying.
were cheap, and then they want to tell us, "Well, it's cheaper during these hours," but that just
Exactly.
means you make it more expensive during these
And then it
hours.
will just become if you pay to be a subscriber, you can have flat rate.
Dude, it's insane. Well, the problem is people keep doing it.
Yes.
But,
Yeah.
like, okay, Adobe's a huge one. I think one of the first, like, major offenders in the software, genre that's being sued right now by the government for antitrust. And then you've got Google with 3 freaking lawsuits right now.
Well, I mean, it's the only reason Facebook exists as a free platform. It's the only reason Google just takes everything from you.
Oh, yeah, the best part is they they literally gave all this data out, like, "This is all this information for you," and then they turned around and sold like, they're selling it on both ways.
Well, and where's the actual end to it? I mean, is the government have any intervention in any of this at this point to where they don't allow secrets of the United States to be sold to other countries, or are we just way past that already?
Well,
Are we
what
one world information government now?
oh, did I
You
lose
gone?
you? Oh, am I gone or are you gone?
I don't know. I was here the whole time.
I was here the whole time. I don't know if any people were here with me. Listen, we're still doing star net things. We're in a new location, but still star netting it up.
So yeah, in 2023, Google settled a $5 billion consumer privacy lawsuit. They just paid the fine.
Yeah, no, the one they just opened up is like restructuring is on the table. The judge
Mm.
has until like 2025 to really make a decision on this, but they're essentially saying that there's no competition for Google AdSense essentially. Like no one has a network, an ad and network like Google has because they built it around the thing, and then that's what's been paying for like YouTube. YouTube is a losing venture for them. Lot like email. The email, everyone gets 2
Mail.
gigs or whatever of email, Gmail. Housing all of that mail is a losing, but all of that brings information in, and then we make the money
Yep.
off the information. So
And
the
then
problem
we can
is, if
pay
Google
off.
had to sell their freaking ad department, like say the ad section of Google had to be sold to somebody, Elon's the only one that could buy it. Like it's
Well,
worth so much money that no one can buy it. That becomes its own problem.
true.
So I don't know. It's been forever since they broke apart a company. Like the 80s, I want to say was the last time they broke somebody up.
Well, but in Western Bell would have been the last really big one.
That's the one. When was that?
That would have been early 90s, probably.
I thought that was 80s.
Hell, we can find out. We'll ask
You're
Google so we can
gonna
steal
say
it.
you're gonna yeah, that's Google. Oh.
Well,
But
that's
yeah,
kind of
so
the other big thing, right? Like people just don't understand that anything you do, you can act like you're being secure. Get a VPN, do whatever. It's still being tracked and logged somewhere.
yeah,
January 8th, 1982. Right.
got it.
Yep.
But yeah, so that was the last time the government broke up a big conglomerate that was out there to screw you. And let's not act like big companies don't turn into these things that screw their consumers. Because I mean, you could go on a laundry list. Hell, we've talked about it on previous talks, podcast. What do we call these things? Live
Um,
shows where we talk
Live
about stuff.
stream, talkie.
We really need to come up with something better than that.
Yeah.
We'll workshop that for later.
Yeah, it actually says they're actually looking at Google as the next big monopoly to break up since Western Bell.
Yeah. If you look at what they're doing, okay, like right now, I go on Google and I search something. 10 seconds after I'm searching something on Google, it gives me a thing like, hey, you should look at this in the Google app, not Safari. Are you you're kidding me? Like they have, it's just like when Microsoft would only put Windows Explorer on their Microsoft computers,
Yeah.
and they decided that because they got sued for that type of thing, and they didn't get broken up, but they just had a lot more rules going forward than that.
You go.
Yeah, I was gone. Everything left. Starnet it again.
Yep. Elon's watching.
Elon is watching, and we appreciate it, Elon. We're here for you. Realistically, I don't even.
And that goes back to, how do you think it's affordable for a man to offer you internet through satellites in space at such a simple rate?
Well, so that is just if you get enough people subscribed, and this is like any other cult. If you get enough people behind it, you can do anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because 10 cents on the dollar equals more dollars.
Well, not only is he getting the money to put the satellites up and build the constellation, he's also building all of the rockets to do, because they've tied all that together.
That's what I'm saying. How is it even possible that there's that much money in that service that allows that to happen?
Get your mathematical machine out, and you ready for these numbers? Actually, look this up. How many total subscribers on the network right now for old Skynet? Mongrels, what's up, brother? How you doing?
Subscribe.
Random as it's random as hell. I'll tell you what. What are we currently at?
Starlink, right?
Yeah.
Oh boy, 2.7 million. That's way more than I thought.
Okay, now times that times $120.
Oh, I thought it was cheaper than that. Never mind.
And that's just the subscription. That's not the $600 or whatever it is for the equipment.
So 2, 7, lots of zeros. Times 120 buckos.
120 buckos. And that's a month.
That is only $324 million a month.
A month. Bro. Now,
here's 3.8 billion a year. Okay.
Now, but here's the thing. This is at least, I can get behind this a little bit, because at least there's an infrastructure being built here. There's something that you're paying for. I mean,
feel like Sky Internet really doesn't have infrastructure.
I mean, have you seen what they're doing to be able to pump these? Do you have any idea how many rockets they're putting up?
How many they're crashing? Sure.
No, look at SpaceX and ask them how many launches the company has done this year. It's ridiculous.
They can't even shoot them fast enough. They're not getting permits.
Well, I think that's a different rocket.
Isn't it?
So the Falcon 9 is what's doing all of the putting the satellites up. The big thing, their Starship or whatever it is that's a completely different. Apparently they're going to do Starnet with that one too, but that dude just wants to go conquer another world with that. That's a completely different.
I think he just wants to go back home.
I think he's so rich that he has decided it's not fun to conquer the world anymore. He needs to go conquer another one.
Oh, it's only 300 million to put up a satellite.
Oh, they are pretty. They have actually bought it.
Sorry, that's just what the satellite costs
per. And they put how many up per?
It means they can literally buy a satellite every month.
Yeah, but they put up a string of satellites every other day. It's
not adding up, Bill. It's like you're spending more than you're getting, so that must be you're getting some money from someone else at a higher rate, or you're selling information from the people that are subscribing.
So no, what they're doing is infusing large chunks of cash from like investor funding and that type of thing. And
so it's all lose-lose?
Oh, it's a pyramid scheme. They're all pyramid schemes.
The
idea is that you're going to get more people on, and then once you're done spending all your money, this thing will just make you money forever. once the infrastructure is all the way put up, I guess is the.
So I just watched an interview with old
I'm not a
Elon, and he was
stock guy.
trying to deliver the old Starlink to all the hurricane victims.
Yeah, did he mention that you still had to buy it?
Yeah, I'm not really sure how that would have worked out. They
Okay,
would
so
have
this
power
is
to run it.
well, so a lot of them are
And there is a
pretty.
guy that created an apparatus that you can actually hook
Yeah,
Starlink right up to some,
Milwaukee batteries. Yep.
rechargeable batteries.
Yep. And you can plug it into your car. There's a bunch of different ways, but either way, you have a generator, you can do it. It's pretty easy to get them
Yeah.
powered up and doing the thing. The fact is you're still spending $500, $600, and then you get the $120 off for a month. You get a free month. Have- it's like I like it. Like, cool, you at least gave these guys something, but you're not really giving them that. Giving someone free a free subscription for the month is
Yeah.
really not costing you a thing. You're making
People that
money off the
obviously
hardware.
never had it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, but here's
So
the thing,
once they're done using it, they're
they're
gonna be like,
making money on the hardware because
yeah.
there's no way they're selling the hardware at a loss.
Well, you got to look at it as a long-term investment, right? So once you get that person on that internet, they're not going to go back to their old internet once it's
Why
reestablished.
would you?
They're
I
gonna be like,
moved
"Oh,
and
I'm on
kept it.
this
I
now."
could get better shitty internet here, but I
Yeah.
don't.
Exactly. Because your
So,
local internet infrastructure is total garbage, and no one's investing in that because the amount of
no.
population per period gone.
Exactly. So in some instances, for something like that, but when you're talking about like a video game where I know there's obsolescence on this video game, you're not going to keep it around forever, but yet I have to at least to be able to play it. Or, like I said, even worse, and the thing that got this whole thing started is freaking Intuit's freaking QuickBooks that they want $17 a month to run your business, and it's just another business expense.
You
Tack it
have
on.
a business. It's just a business expense. Be a better business.
Yeah, my thing is with that one, I can do the same thing with what in the spooky world is going on over there? I can do the same thing with a spreadsheet. I don't need a glorified spreadsheet that I have to spend.
Well, there again, though, you can get a subscription to have that spreadsheet because now Office has its own subscription.
Are you kidding me? Office is a subscription too.
Yep.
At what point are we just going to do Windows subscription to run your hardware? I'm just going to,
I mean, you're kind of already there, aren't you? I mean, you get to keep buying it every time they want to not. I mean, it's a long subscription, obviously. You can run it for a long time.
I mean, a lot longer than we're getting to be able to run anything else. My tax software was from 2020. It's been 4 years.
Yeah.
And now you're telling me it's worthless and it doesn't work? Because it works just fine.
You just can't use it.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to use it for some reason because they don't support it anymore.
Correct. So it could be fake, I guess.
I don't quite understand. Only thing I see is money. Put money here.
It's kind of like all the newer, fancier cars that you can buy this new fancy car and you have to pay a subscription to allow your heated seats to work.
No, see, that's the trick. You just don't buy that car and then that company goes out of business.
Well, that's true.
Like, that's the other thing. People need to be willing to not only bitch about it like we like to do, but actually like not subscribe.
Well, I think that's everything, right? I mean, if you want to start complaining about costs of anything, if people would just stop buying it, it would solve its own problem.
Facts. I was talking to somebody, maybe it was you. I was talking the other day about gas, and I'm like, it did. When we stopped buying gas, I was talking to Granberry. When we stopped buying gas got cheaper. And everyone's like, well, you can't just stop. It's like, we can. We did. We already did it. It worked.
We did it.
It was great.
I mean, people weren't going places. I mean, we did it for other reasons. But if you actually go back to 2007, last time we had a real gas crisis, people were legitimately like, no, I'm going to ride a bike. And nowadays, everybody's like, I'm not riding a bike. And then you look at like the cost.
I feel like you were like, I would ride a bike. And now you're like, there's no way I'll ever ride a bike.
No,
He's more.
not more. But if you actually look at the cost, let's talk about the EPA and efficient vehicles and gas efficient vehicles.
Oh, the EPA.
I have new vehicles that get worse mileage than 50-year-old vehicles.
Yes.
Explain that to me. Because that means it's all been a lie. Fuel efficiency has all been a lie.
Listen, listen, they stopped talking about fuel efficiency years ago and it was emissions. Remember, we changed our key words for what we were talking about at that particular
like subscription
point.
to contract to It's all
Yes,
the
because
same thing.
we have engines that put out less pollutants but
Yeah,
run less efficiently, or
correct.
are so undersized for the vehicle they're moving that they just burn through gas
Because
constantly.
we can't have diesel trucks without a DEF system now. But we also won't sell a Ford Festiva with a diesel motor because it isn't efficient for America. But it'll get 75 miles a gallon on diesel in South America.
Oh yeah, don't worry. We don't. There's no emissions there, so we don't really give a
Yeah,
crap
we don't care.
there. Yeah.
But see,
So,
it's it's like we live under our own little America bubble of
oh
emissions.
yeah, and we're gonna save the entire world if we only do it
Yeah,
here. I love that whole thing. CP, how
exactly.
you doing, brother?
It's like a
Long
America
time.
umbrella.
Yeah, dude. Seriously, what I love it when they're like, "Well, we need to stop using plastic straws," and it's just like, do you know how many people are in India?
Yeah. You know how many
Like,
people we take our garbage and send it to their country?
I, that's a. Are we even taking it there, or are we just dumping it in the ocean somewhere? Who knows?
Either way, it's got to come up somewhere.
Well, it's like recycling. Recycling was this whole thing where we were sending it to
Yeah,
China to be recycled because it was
right.
too dirty to recycle
Because
here.
our EPA doesn't let us break those things down here.
Yes, exactly. And then China was like, "Yeah, we're just throwing that in the garbage because we're not. It's not even
We
worth
have
it to ship it
garbage
right now."
mountains. It's fine.
So literally, we were putting things in recycling that were just ending up in landfills because they couldn't put them on a boat to China.
Yeah. And at some point, you can be like, I don't like to use plastics, and I'm going to put it in a separate container. But at a certain point down the line, that container just gets dumped into the same container. And somebody goes, we made money. And then the cycle continues.
Yeah. So on the other side of basically there's a range of mountains from where I'm at right now, where we bought the new place. There's an old landfill that has been abandoned or corked or covered or whatever they do when they stop making it a landfill.
Yeah.
And it's the transfer station now. But I've been talking to a couple different people. No one knows where the hell they transfer. Like, where's the new dump? Like, where's the
Yeah.
new place we
Yeah. I
dump all our
remember
crap?
actually driving out to the dump with your truck and pushing the stuff off onto the garbage hill and driving away. And now you show up to this trailer and you
Yeah,
dump it into the trailer and it
yeah.
drives away. And I
It
don't know
drives
where
to
that is.
Okay, that's the exact same thing. I'm like,
Yeah.
where
Where's the
is
new
it?
dump? I remember being able to go to the old dump.
Yeah, which I feel like when everyone knew where the dump was, there was a sense of scale and what are we
Yeah.
doing here, and
Yeah. Like we all
gravity the
understood.
thing. But
Yeah.
now it's this out of sight, out of mind, which all I can imagine is somewhere in the middle of nowhere, we are just filling a pit. And
Yeah.
it's far enough
Or,
away from people that no one notices. And that
or
brings me back to like
not
the old
at
or
all.
okay, well, or you were just shipping it
Maybe
somewhere.
it's just the river.
I feel like I go down to where the rivers come out and I don't see much trash around. Oregon's pretty good about not putting things in the river. Appreciate it, bro. It's not on point. Dudes would give me a lot of crap for it. It's completely
I've recently groomed
unhinged.
myself, so
Yeah, you look like you actually go out in society and have to interact with people.
yeah,
I
begrudgingly.
oh, I'm definitely on some watch lists, but oh man. Well, how long is it before we got CP here? How long is it before freaking Snap-on wants you to do a subscription for your toolbox?
I'm sure that is a subscription. It's a contract. You're paying
I'm,
to have it. If you don't
there's a
pay for it, they take it back.
that's different. You're at least buying it. That would be
Well,
like, okay,
true.
you
At the
paid
end of the
for
day,
it
you own
and
it.
you
It is
didn't
actually,
update your term of service and we're coming to take it back. Or guess
yeah.
what? You're not online anymore. And so now your toolbox
I
drawers
guess
won't
that is
open.
the oldest subscription. If you think about it, is a rental property. You're
Rentals, yes.
subscribing to a house.
Rentals definitely 100%.
Yeah.
But I mean, at
Let's
that point,
subscribe to live here.
you're actually paying for something. You're subscribing to live there and you're not paying a lot of the expenses, although
Yeah, but
realistically,
if you subscribe to the internet, you're not paying for the backbone of the internet. It still exists without you.
okay, and I get that, and that makes sense for certain things like ISPs I mean, cable TV is kind of hard nowadays because it's just on the internet now.
Yeah, like satellite TV has not been on a satellite for a while.
DirecTV doesn't even give you boxes anymore. They're just like, hey guys, we're just stream. Don't even get me started on the 27 streaming platforms that were all, you basically just buy your own cable package anymore.
Yeah.
And it's more expensive than the old fucking cable package was.
There's a lot of TV shows I would love to watch, but I do not want to subscribe to a singular streaming service to watch a singular show for 2 weeks and stop subscribing.
And the fact that they don't leave all of their movies up and they cycle them through and get you. Also, I don't think it's a coincidence that you start seeing like shorts for movies that are on particular platforms hidden behind paywalls all over the, Facebooks and YouTubes.
And there's the best part too. Like I just recently started watching a show again that they just released a bunch of episodes. So you used to be able to binge watch shows. And that's why I like subscription services. You could binge watch a show and it was like, yeah, I watched it all, did it in 2 days, move on, who cares? And now, no. You gotta wait a week. You gotta wait 2 weeks. You gotta wait 3 weeks. You gotta wait 4 more months to see 6 more episodes.
That's where I'm just like, I love that. We'll do 6 episodes and then we're gonna take a break. Why are you taking a break? Because you hope you can get more subscribers.
Because then you'll find me, doom scrolling the rest of your app to watch something else. So I'll stay subscribed.
And then they want us to feel bad. Well, people share. It's just like when you have like, let's say Netflix, which has, obviously there's some server backbone there, but how much are we making on subscriptions and ads? And now you have a subscription and ads together. Go get wrecked.
Ads and the theft of your information for everything you watched and done. You know what I find very troubling to me? The more streaming services I watch, the primary thing by what I watch and what they watch me watch, it always comes back to depression medication. And it's troubling to me because I don't feel depressed, but the TV thinks I am.
The TV knows you are. Yeah,
the
TV knows what's going on.
The TV thinks I need to be
I will tell you, if anyone knows you best, it's your TV.
Exactly. That thing's over there. And then you get to watch these commercials that literally like, are you depressed? This pill does not help depression. It helps the pills that you take for depression work better. And it's like, what? Like, don't take this if you're just depressed. Take it if your depression medicine has failed. God.
So this is a turbo or a power adder for depression medicine.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, it's
nice. And then it just shows a lot of people walking through the world all slumped over, and then they take this other pill, and now they're like, and then the side effects.
So in the commercial, I have to ask: did they just take the line of medicine and then they're just animated and everything's better?
That's the thing. They never actually show them taking the medicine because I think that would avoid some kind of, like, we don't know how we take it. Maybe it's through IV. I don't know. But they always show them in the beginning, like in a revolving door they can't get out of.
Oh, it's a revolving door analogy?
Revolving door of depression. And then they bust out the door like, I'm not depressed as much. And then they're usually like doing some weird stuff like eating with another family or walking a dog. Or, playing with their kids once. Like, I can play with my children again.
So when an ad comes on for me, I'm instantly to my phone to go do something else while that just
I watch all of the ads. I feel like I owe them my time because I'm paying for this.
I mean, yeah.
I'm paying for this service. I need to know what these ads are about.
CP, I'm going for the dude, I think is kind of where I'm going here. Is my look. The hair has gotten pretty out of control. It's stupid. What does he say here? AI shop accounts.
Well, that's the other thing too. So now let's talk about the fact that there is middlemen that have created industry to monitor your subscriptions, tell you when you're paying for things you don't use, and then help you stop them. And you subscribe to them to stop the subscriptions.
Yeah, and don't worry, what you pay us is going to be less than we'll find you.
Yeah, we'll help you save money.
How out of control on what you're doing in your life do you go that you don't know where you're subscribed? Who doesn't look at you? Want to know who you're subscribed to? Go to your bank account. The other place you can log into and look at everything. You'll have a pretty good idea who's getting money out of your account.
I just recently removed a credit card from taking my money or having my name because they decided to renew subscriptions that they were not allowed to do. And when I questioned them and said, "Hey, the card was canceled. How is there charges on here?" Their response was, "Well, we gave them your new card number and this
But
transferred the subscription."
but
So
I
they
didn't have.
contacted you and got my card number so they could move the subscription without my permission. Yep, it's a contract you have with them.
Mm,
And I went, "Yeah, we're done here. I don't think I'm just going to have your credit card at all."
yeah, no. Do you know who decides who should and shouldn't have my money? It's me.
Yeah.
I'm the guy, not them.
Yep.
Oof. Yeah, so again, credit cards, that's a subscription because you're paying percentage
You're paying
on
for perks, you're
everything.
paying for benefits. They get to
Well,
monitor
did
all
you
your
see they're
spending.
suing? Speaking of suing for antitrust, Visa is also being sued for antitrust. Because Visa
Yeah.
has this cool little thing they like to do where they're like, hey, if you don't do such and such amount of traffic on our card at your business, we're going to double the rate.
Yeah,
So
I
you
can
can
actually
use
get
it cheaper.
more
You can,
benefits depending on where I purchase.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's insane. And then you got
Yeah, my new points redemption card, like if I transfer those points to Amazon, I get way more money on Amazon points than I do in other locations.
jeez, yeah,
So
and
I
those
can
are
get
all
free Amazon
backboard.
stuff. I can just keep doom scrolling and get Amazon things. Ooh, Amazon things.
What does that even do?
You put a ratchet in there, and then
Oh,
it makes like a little ratchet pry bar.
so you can break your ratchet or pry bar. Okay.
And this, I mean, you'll totally break this. I mean, it's made out of high quality Chinesium. I don't know why I needed this.
I don't. And the other part is, I think your dad could just make you that.
Yeah, I could have probably made this with a plasma cutter myself.
Like, seriously.
Like, I already own the plasma cutter. I could have just found some scrap steel and probably be stronger than this one too.
Oh yeah, don't even get me started on cars
Oh,
and local
paying
governments.
for a car that you
Oh
already was registered and paid taxes on 4 times in every transaction to everyone. Sure, yeah.
yeah, that's why I like Oregon boys. 0% sales tax.
Well, let's talk about
Hundred
but you
and
license your
twenty-six
vehicle, right?
dollars. $126 to license the vehicle for 2 years.
Oh, see, I pay like $55 a year per every truck.
That's rough.
Yeah, I'm 35 for
Yeah,
every
but you
truck.
have to, and you have to have all your vehicles registered.
No, so that's the key trick. If you put them in storage, they're legally registered, but you don't have to pay again until you remove them from storage.
Mm.
But if you remove them from storage at any time, you pay for the entire year, regardless of when you are in
Well,
the
of course,
yeah.
because local government's worse than big government.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I mean,
I don't know.
I feel like freedom and whatnot. Automatic
I
payments
mean,
pretty much the worst.
yeah, I like automatic payments to an extent, but I
I like
don't
to pay my
ever.
bill and have a receipt that I paid it.
Well, so for
But then
things
it
like
costs
a
money.
phone bill that's an unlimited deal where it's always going to be the same number and it should never freaking change,
Well,
I'll do a thing. But when you have like ones that auto pay because you went 5 seconds over on your data or something like that, that's crazy because they
no, like Verizon has done it to me where they suckered me into auto pay. It's the only one I actually have auto pay because they gave me a huge discount for having auto pay active.
Well, yeah, because no one wanted to send mail anymore. In fact, you can't get mail sent to you anymore. It doesn't happen.
They still send me ads in the mail.
Interesting, because like USAA paperless, AT&T paperless. Everyone
I
is
still
paperless
get
now.
ads for USAA in the mail.
That doesn't
They're
surprise me.
still sending out mail to try
Yes,
to gather more
it is worth it to get more people in, but it's
than
not
to.
worth it once you're there.
Yeah, they're like, we're just going to send this to them every month. No, we only need
Yeah,
to send it to people we might gather into the cult.
exactly. Well, I was talking to somebody else about this. It's funny that the organization chart, let's say for like the military or any type of organization or anything, always kind of looks like this, right? Like it's got all the peons at the bottom and then it kind of goes up to the what shape is that?
I mean, trapezoid?
It's a triangle. like a pyramid almost.
You just want to label things. That's
I
your problem.
do. I like shapes. I like shapes. So it's funny how everything seems to like mimic a pyramid scheme. It's
I
weird.
mean, it's the best scheme to mimic, right?
Well, there's only
proven scheme.
It is a proven scheme, and there's only one type of entity that gets to use it, and that's the government.
Well, I mean, and the billionaires of the world, but okay.
To an extent, and then they're chopped down by the government.
I mean, we just had a discussion about old Elon. He is like top of the pyramid. I mean,
yes and
he became the richest man in the world because of cryptocurrency.
Yeah, but I don't know if he's necessarily, there's like an organization chart. He's kind of over here. Like the pyramids, he definitely has pyramid schemes, but he's definitely, like you said, out there a bit.
Out there, trying to get home.
Yeah, trying to get somewhere. It's convenient. Set out to yeah. Shopcat, how you doing, brother? How is old Canada? I think we got it bad.
I was told that Wyoming was burning down. Is that true?
I saw something that showed a lot of smoke coming from not Canada, for once. But it was going towards the East Coast, so I then just kept scrolling because
Well, we're having like super disasters because maybe conspiracy. I subscribe to the idea that the government has a weather machine. Maybe I subscribe to that.
A weather machine?
Yeah, I mean we're having like mega storms right now. It's really weird.
Well, yeah, but we knew that was coming. Well, okay. We knew that was coming. Was it? We're doing an El Nino.
Yeah, if you just tell everybody about it before you start the weather machine.
Yes. Yeah, 100%. Okay, I concur.
Yeah. Weird. The people that control the weather machine also control the information.
They also told us it was you're not wrong. I don't know. Listen, go back 25 years ago and people never believed that they were dumping, what they were dumping into LA and whatnot to fight a war in South America. So
they weren't subscribing to all the information. See, I guess we could use that term on everything. You subscribe to everything. You subscribe to just everything. It's general topic.
You're not wrong. I mean, you subscribe to society in the way of if you didn't, you go live out in the woods.
Exactly. I subscribe to being a part of what this is.
Oh, then my subscription is tenuously like on the because I hate people. I don't want to go to town. If it wasn't for all the VA appointments that got me going to, I could probably like live away from town for a considerable amount of time.
Well, sure. Only because you have other people to gather goods for you.
No, I just get enough goods to where I don't have to go there.
But other people that you're around go to town regularly.
Okay, well, that's what I got them for.
Exactly.
You gotta have your intermediaries.
My peons. Sounds like a pyramid scheme.
It definitely has got a bit of pyramid.
How the pyramid scheme is living out in the boons, getting all the other people to bring me the things I need to keep surviving.
Well, I mean, the idea is to be able to produce as much of the things you need to survive on your own.
What are you producing? You're producing nothing right
now. We grew peaches and plums and pears.
I think those grew. You did not grow them.
I was here when they became ripe and we picked them. I didn't eat any of them because, as you mentioned, those are all fruits, and I don't eat fruits. Yeah, I don't eat fruits.
I don't eat the things that are produced naturally in nature that were there before I came.
Oh, I consume some things that are produced naturally in nature, but those just aren't them.
Yeah. Also not produced by you.
No, I don't have a green thumb, man. Uh-oh. Yeah. Yeah.
You'd hate to subscribe to intelligence, logic, and know-how. That would be bad. Because that is the social culture we're in. You have too much information that it creates misinformation.
Yeah, I hate that.
You subscribe to misinformation.
Have you found that it's harder to find information on the Google machine than it used to be?
Yeah.
Like if I really want to know some like word of mouth like type stuff, you got to go to Reddit.
Well, and there's the worst part too. So you have now had so much of your information stolen. It's going to kick back the answers to what it thinks you want to see based on the information it has stolen from you. So when you're actually trying to hunt something down, you're like, this isn't what I want to see. And they're like, this is totally what you want to see. You're just trying to find out something you don't already know, which then
I
becomes
just
a
want
problem because of what
schematics
they
for
show you.
random shit boxes or pieces of equipment that I own that I need
Right?
to now fix because it's become a shit box.
Because now we have subscription services for manuals that you used to be able to find on the internet for free.
Literally, there's entire companies that just go around to find, like, okay, Onyx is a nice one that it wants to tell you where the boundaries for, people's property are and things like that. That's free services in other
Okay.
places that they've just taken that free information, put it on their pretty little app, and now you pay for it. It's like I can go get the same information without the little dot that tells me where I'm at.
See, if I grow my hair back out, we could look like the same dude.
Oh, my hair, you got a long way to go, dude. My hair is so stupid long.
I don't let my hair get that long. It gets gross.
Oh, you just gotta take care of it, bud. Look at these,
No,
luscious locks and
no.
curls.
I crawl around in gross things. Long hair,
Oh,
gross hair.
I mean, I put it in a ponytail, head for it.
No, gross.
No, the other
See,
day I think
you're right now living the I just got out of the military. I have hair for the first time in my life dream.
listen,
And you're gonna get to that point where you're just like, I hate this hair. And then
we're
you're gonna cut
3
it off.
years we're
We're not
3
doing
years into it, dude. I think I'm going for my ass here, bud. Like,
that.
it's
No,
already down in the
give up.
shoulders.
You give up.
If I was gonna give up, I'd have given up by now.
You say that, but I feel like you're gonna give up.
I just need to find somebody to start, like, Viking braiding this thing so I can,
This could be really gross.
put
And I can never really wash it ever again.
Well, every now and then you got to take them out and wash out the animals. Round Earth conspiracy sesh. Oh man, I can't. I've never actually had a conversation with a real like flat Earth person. I don't. I don't think I could do it. Like, as soon as I found out somebody was seriously serious about that, it would just. I don't know. I don't think I could do it.
Seriously, even if they were right, it's just not worth arguing about.
It's not.
Like
that's the kind of.
All right, you're right.
That's the insanity level. Like, if you're a flat Earth kind of person, you're the one where you could agree with them, and they're still going to be like, "You're wrong." Like, oh, you've changed my mind, and I bet they're still going to be like, "No, fuck you."
I think that's just somebody that's just they want to fight everyone, ever.
Well, some people just want to watch the world burn.
Exactly, and if you want to watch the world burn, mention I'm a flat earther and be super serious about it, because I almost do not take people seriously. I think it's a joke. Like
I've had some people like take the angle to play with it, and then it's just obvious that they're just devil's advocating it or whatever.
Yeah,
but
maybe they're just conning me into an argument.
Yeah, exactly. We just want to argue, which I'm down for. I'm down for a good. I'll take the side of I don't believe in just to have a good argument with somebody. But like I said, I've never come across one that are like no shit. Like, oh man, like the one I saw something the other day. They were looking across one of the Great Lakes, and they're like, we shouldn't be able to see those buildings over there because it's farther over the horizon than it should be. And they got like it was on TV or there was a video or something. I was just like, cool story, bud.
I mean, but you can. So do the math.
Flat.
Like, look out there, get a boat or whatever you need to get, and go there. Travel the distance, measure the amount, and then be like, well, I guess I can see that far.
Oh no. We were just looking and it looks fine. So obviously it's got to be flat because that's more than it should, and we shouldn't be able to see it. No, there was no science involved. There's no just was the video. Take our word for it.
And see, this is what I said: misinformation created by too much information. Because if you find that there's a group of misinformed that agree with the thing that you're misinformed about, you've now become an intelligent group of people that know something.
I mean, technically, that's how it's always. It's how it's always been.
Yeah, like rolling coal in a diesel. That's good. Not good.
That is a difference of opinion. That's like your opinion, man.
That's not an opinion. It's kind of like when I drive around town now, and the new cool thing that kids do is we two-step everything. And Yeah, we just put fuel in the exhaust valve so it can go pow, 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 and then we go. It's
Listen,
awesome.
two steps are pretty cool. I can get behind two
No,
steps.
that's the same guy. It's like glass packs are awesome. I put them on everything.
Mm,
Same guy, just different
mm,
generation.
okay, different guy, but same
Same guy.
same shtick. I'll give you
Yeah.
that.
Honda guy in 1993.
Okay, wait. Are you saying
Now
two step
lifted
on
these.
things that don't have turbos, or just on two step on things that have turbos?
We're two-stepping LS motors in 99 Chevy pickups
Without a turbo?
without a turbo.
Yeah, okay. I draw the line at no turbo two-stepping. If
Yeah.
you have a turbo on whatever it is, two-stepping is okay. I support two-stepping. You do you. However, comma, if you're two-stepping your bullshit because you just put a freaking timing cut in there to make it go boom, boom, boom.
No,
Stop.
you're not even putting a timing cut in to go boom, boom, boom. You're literally just injecting fuel on the exhaust out. So then it ignites in the
That's
exhaust.
not a two-step. That's just flamethrowers. They've been doing cars been doing that for years.
That's pow, 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 pow.
That's so dumb.
Yep. And I go, I don't understand people anymore. Yeah, that's the thing,
Yeah.
You can talk about like folk stories like Paul Bunyan, big tall guy, cut down trees.
It's funny. There's a Paul Bunyan and Babe like thing down the coast from me. Like they built it huge as a tourist trap. But like that guy was apparently never real or something. I don't.
What was he?
We're not supposed to like Paul Bunyan because of some reason. I don't remember why he got canceled exactly, but
Why did Paul Bunyan get canceled?
he was
like
a tall.
folky story.
Listen,
it's very man. It's very man.
Listen. He's a tall white man, so obviously canceled.
Paulina Bunyan.
Yeah. Hold on. Here we go. All right. Now we're
Bunyan.
Oh man. What's wrong with having a two-step on an aspirated 5.3? I mean,
see it all the time.
I didn't even know they were.
You didn't know that it's a kit. You just bolt it on, and you can even put it to a button. So when you rev it up, you can hold the button, and it goes.
Well, yeah, that's how two steps supposed to work. It's anti-lag at that point. But if you don't have a turbo, it makes no point.
And it like poops out all the catalytic converters on the ground.
Oh yeah, you're just dumping palladium or whatever the hell it is out the back.
Because it is just glowing that stuff.
Oh Jesus.
Because awesome.
I had a Jeep that used to do that actually on it. Oh, I was just ahead of my time. That's what I was, and it was a stock thing. It would
man of the future.
It's definitely, but when mine would two-step, it would like explode mufflers and melt catalytic converters. So it wasn't that cool. You could always feel it too. You'd be driving down the road and it would just pong, and hopefully get it started before you ran out of the momentums. I love the guys, you'd be in traffic, it would die, and you'd put your blinker on, and the first thing everyone does behind you is honk their horn. It's like, what do you think I'm doing here? Obviously, my flashers are on. We have a problem.
Well, that's to be said that people care about blinking lights on cars. Because people mostly don't use them, and they mostly do not pay attention to them if they are.
I will say that there are way too many people that do not use their blinker, and it drives me crazy.
See, I think that should be tracked. I think that should be tracked on your vehicle, and if they feel that you're taking a right turn, I don't even care that you didn't give me a blinker at any point in time before you actually had to turn, but maybe that should be built into a car. Just so when you jerk across 4 lanes, your blinker does come on automatically.
Actually, cool. Oh no, like the worst ones I get are, hey, I'm turning in a mile here, but I'm slowing down. And in fact, I'm going to get on my brakes a few times. And then right before I turn in, I'm going to turn. No, if you decide that you are turning in a mile, your fucking blinkers should be on because you are now driving different than you would have been before you were turning.
So there's the other side of it. I mean, we could all subscribe to information theft where it knows my path. Why doesn't it turn on my blinker automatically if it knows where I'm going?
Dude, my phone does be like, when I drive somewhere, it's 25 minutes to go home. I'm like,
That's the other thing I have noticed as well. You say, I'm going to drive to place. It's going to take 10 hours to drive to place. And then you drive there and you're like, why did it take 12 hours? I thought this was accurate. And then you go, is everyone it's stealing information from just speeding?
Yeah, because remember the good old days where you could like make it faster than it
Like
said
you could
you
beat
could?
the time.
Yeah.
And
And
I
now
feel like
it's like,
everybody's just trying to beat the time.
and now everybody basically, well, that's what you found out. You used to be faster than everyone, but now you're not even middle of the pack. You're slow.
It's like, it's going to take you 10 hours to get there. And it's like, it took me 12 and a half. And I didn't even get out of the car.
Because you suck.
Yeah. Because I went the speed limit.
Yeah.
Pulled
What
the
the
trailer
fuck
up a
is
hill
wrong
that
with
one
you?
time and it got slower.
Listen, there was a day when you used to be fast, when you took chances. And now
So
look
what
at
I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to start taking walking routes. But actually drive.
But actually drive. I feel like it's gonna put an asterisk next to your accomplishments on that one there, bud.
Yeah, it's like it's gonna like steal the information, but like this guy's the Flash.
That's
He takes walking routes, everybody, but he gets there in half the time.
Oh man.
Almost like he's driving. Really, let's just screw with the AI. Let's just every time you go somewhere, walking path, and just figure it out.
I don't think that's gonna work like that.
It would lie to you 100% of the time. But
Tim Windsor, how's it going, brother?
You break the system. The information would be so skewed.
I don't think you would. I think that it would just anomaly you and be like,
I don't know who's taking the walking paths. I mean, maybe the phones we gave to all the homeless, maybe they take the walking path.
Well, I feel like in a city, like a real city, there's people that don't have cars.
Well, yeah, but I have walking paths in BFE, Iowa, you know. Like it'll tell you, like, if you want to take the walking distance, it'll take you 27 days to get there.
No one does that.
Exactly. So how does it gather that information? Standard strike?
I mean, probably AI. Well, that's the thing. AI isn't even a real thing.
Doing it.
It's a buzz. AI is a buzzword right now for everything.
Well,
everything.
AI is the piece of equipment they feed all this stolen information into. Your camera died.
Yeah, it's time for a battery. Listen, I refuse to, like a subscription, buy the stupid power cord for the stupid camera. How do you have a camera that plugs a freaking USB Type 2 in that doesn't charge? I mean, who does this? Who does
camera
this?
Producers that cannot integrate all of that into the
Lies.
same chipset. I mean,
StarNet uses a freaking USB-C for power, cooling, heating, and all this.
I have a cordless DeWalt vacuum with a plug-in and a battery, but that plug-in does not charge the battery when I plug it in.
Okay, yeah.
It's the biggest complaint about that vacuum because everybody going, well, it's like a free charger and then it doesn't charge the battery. They gave you a plug-in on a cordless device, and you should just accept that maybe that doesn't charge the battery.
It's not how this works. It's the only camera in history that doesn't charge off the USB cord.
I mean, it's a camera that you're technically using as a camcorder, and it was never advertised as such.
Oh, Jesus. 20K. Yeah, I don't think we'll be Vice Grip wasn't in our sites, but
yeah, you know. We can't all just have people standing at the gates drooling, you know.
Yeah.
It might open the gates.
We were actually surprised anyone showed up off of fucking notifications. We're not exactly very, very good.
So that's another thing too. Like you talk about all the subscriptions. Like I subscribe to being able to watch things this person puts out that other people can't see.
I mean, I have an ability for someone to subscribe for that to my channel, which I really appreciate, Becky Robinson. Thank you very much. But I also tell everyone that's ever subscribed to me not to do it. Yeah.
It's odd, right? Like the world subscribes to everything and people are subscribing to you, and you're
so it's a little bit different because you're calling this a subscription, but it's free.
How
you know what I mean? So realistically, subscribing your memberships
memberships or subscriptions.
Okay, yeah, I concur with you.
We're all just using funny words.
In this particular subscriber hoping it's a free deal. You're more so signing up on a mailing list more than anything else. You're hoping YouTube will actually show the thing to you if you tell them you like it, essentially.
True.
You're not paying for anything.
You're paying for it with your information.
I mean,
that's the problem, right? Like, I feel if someone is stealing my information and selling it, even if I contractually
not stealing
wait,
it if
wait,
you agree to it.
wait. I think I should get a profit sharing bonus. If my information gets used as profitable information, I should get. I don't even care.
That's how music works. Everyone gets their royalties. Although apparently no one's getting royalties anymore. Limp Bizkit just sued their people for $2 million because they haven't gotten royalties apparently since the early 2000s.
They just figured that out. Is Limp Bizkit so rich that's just like, hey man, why is there no money in the bank?
I don't quite understand how that all works exactly.
New shop.
Hey Tim, we
do everything.
It's a whole new everything around here. So we ended up getting a new house, and then my dad is redoing that shop kind of. So we got the new shed down there, and he's been working out of that shed. They have plans. In fact, I just cleaned out my big cargo trailer to take over there because he wants to put some stuff in to start the new shop. Yeah, he wants to store stuff in my cargo trailer to move out of the way to build the new shop over there.
I think you should start buying cargo containers.
Well, I mean, there is that, but I mean, I could use that thing to not be parked where I need to have $4,000 worth of trees apparently dropped. So, you know.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a tree quote the other day.
Taking them away like 100%?
No.
What? They're just cutting them down?
Yeah.
You can pay me. I'll come to.
That I'm exploring other options at this point. That's for sure. When he told I told him when I was like, what I say? I said this is a I want more than I can probably afford kind of deal. So I walked him through all the trees, and then he gave me a price for all the things, and I was like, I was 100% right because I want way more than I can afford. Yeah. So I'll be getting some new ones. We ended up with we've got a 2-car garage that I've been doing some stuff with, which I need to go do a live or something out there one of these times. I was thinking about that the other day. I could have went live while I was like painting instead of. I've been doing a lot of things I don't think are cool things to video, therefore I haven't been videoing them, which also makes them go a lot quicker too.
Yeah.
Which
the reality is that back half where he's like, I didn't want to waste the time recording this thing I wanted to get done with, so I didn't record it.
Because it was lame. I was painting, but I mean, a live could have worked for that.
People drink water on the internet, and painting a garage is lame.
Sometimes can be.
Sounds like a missed opportunity to me.
Well, you know, it's in the shower thoughts. You know, it's just, you know, I can't remember what the one yesterday was for a good. I had a good idea for a pod.
Perfect name for this.
But I took not for this. It was just a good name for a pod show, and I don't remember. New Junk, that's what it was. New Junk. So yeah, this place we got a garage and a 50 by 27 pole barn shop thing. That needs, well, it's already gotten a new roof that we just put on it and a whole bunch of other things. Huh?
Because it's fancy. It's fancy.
It's not fancy, but you know, it's definitely better and not as leaky as the last one. That's for sure. I mean, you're right, Tim. I did watch a paint drying on. What was it? Uncle Tony had a live going where they were literally just watching paint dry on a motor. So,
yeah,
I don't know. Maybe I just like to feel like I'm better than that. I'm not.
If people are willing to tune in, you would be doing it.
Well, I mean, like you said, it was a missed opportunity. Maybe they would have.
Maybe they would have.
I mean, they're over here listening to us bitch about subscriptions that we're not going to get rid of. I don't really have that many subscriptions that
I don't. I actually don't have very many subscriptions. I don't really subscribe to that.
You're not wrong. Some watch time could be useful. I've got a nice backlog that keeps some stuff getting watched. There's always somebody in India watching something, but we are getting dangerously close to the barrier.
The barrier.
Yo, 4,000 hours, man. The whole get wrecked, nerd.
Here, let's jump into that. Subscription source. Let's go. I don't know how to look that up anymore. It's been so long.
I have been out of the
Source.
studio for a while.
Watch time hours.
Hell, I put a freaking video up. Was it last week that I was like,
not subscribe. What is this?
You don't know.
I'm so lost with how to even find information on.
You were always lost in there. I always had to tell you where to go to see the thing you wanted to search.
Content type. That's where I was at. There we go. Watch time hours. All right, we're at 4,500. Yeah.
For the year? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That ain't bad. I'm at like 42, I think.
Good.
Well, okay, it is in the fact of how many videos total that are that type do you have up?
Baker's dozen?
Exactly. I've got like 400. So yeah, I think you're doing just fine.
Maybe. Do fat chicks like donuts? Oh.
Yeah. Tim, you're not over 1,000 with absolutely zero content. I figured you would have been by now, actually, to tell you the truth. Where are you at right now? Can you click there and do that? No, it doesn't work like that. Couldn't remember. It's been so long since we've StreamYarded.
Yeah, I don't know how to do anything in here anymore. It's like
7:31. All right, hell yeah. 7:31. That's crazy. Zero content, never done anything. Just out there being the dude. Hell yeah. You got the keyboard with the like special clicks that sound all
it's
fancy.
A full mechanical keyboard.
Yeah. How much did that
I like to hear the clicking. You know what I don't like to hear actually is when I let somebody else use my computer and I had to listen to the clicking from across the house. That's when I'm just like, that's how I sound when I'm doing it.
Yeah, you know why it makes that noise? So we know that you're a douche.
I like to know that I'm pushing the keys enough. Angrily.
And you want everyone else to know too.
Oh.
This is just like that's the same guy who has glass packs and freaking a 5.3 naturally aspirated that does the pat.
I mean, probably. It's probably the computer version of old pop. Yeah. But here's the point. I'm nostalgic. This is how keyboards used to sound back in the day.
You mean a typewriter? You mean a typewriter?
Yeah. Shink.
Yeah. You don't get a shink noise in there.
That's what I'm gonna do. $1 million idea, Bob. I'm gonna put a shink on a keyboard.
Already been done.
Here and go.
It's already been done. I've seen it.
The keyboard will stop working until you shink.
It's already a thing.
It's not.
I look it up. I've seen it.
I missed my boat.
Yep. Typewriter keyboard with the shink noise. Gotta write
keyboard
that in
with typewriter ribbon.
I don't know if that's the right thing, but yeah.
That's what it is.
Well, the ribbon's not the part that actually it's the resetting the deal.
That's the ribbon.
Is it the paper that moves across, or is it the ribbon that moves? The ribbon stays and moves. Okay, so the ribbon moves a little bit every couple of.
The ribbon stays in the center, and then
the ribbon stays wherever the part that comes out.
Anymore.
They moved the paper along where all of the strikers came up. The ribbon and the ribbon moved too. You had a ribbon, and then the paper moved. They both moved.
I used to have one of these though. I don't remember how it works.
Apparently, you didn't pay much attention when you were playing with it.
Well, it's been a while.
Yeah, so all of the letters come to the same location in the center.
They're all in the center, and
so that means the paper has to move every time you write something.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's the paper.
So the paper is what you're lining back up.
The paper stays the same. It's the rubber piece.
No, that moves too. The paper, the whole tray that holds the paper moves
it
the
rolls
paper.
in underneath and then it moves.
Yeah, so it rolls it and it turns it. So you're resetting it. That's the shink. Can't believe I just had a typewriter argument with you.
Yeah, that's true. I think at one time, once you went to electric typewriters, none of that moved.
Yes, once they went to electric, but the reason they didn't at electric because it was basically a printer at that point, and it could print anywhere on the paper, so the paper didn't have to move.
Typewriter parts. What are we calling that thing? I don't think what I want to make is a thing yet.
Maybe it's not. I could have swore I've seen it.
It's a paper baler.
Oh. Paper baler.
Yeah, roller knob, carriage return, release lever, ribbon spooler. A lot of parts on a typewriter.
Okay, so what's it going to cost you to build your prototype? How much are those pieces on the typewriter place right now?
Well, you got to think, as long as it's a mechanical and you can just have it talk electrically to the keyboard, you can just make it move as you hit keys. And then once it stops, the keyboard stops.
And you still have to have something to yank across, to.
Yeah. It just moves.
Yeah.
And it's just very rudimentary. It does nothing but it's just a bar, like an electric bar with a shink.
So how much is this going to cost you?
I think I could charge people money.
You know what I did actually? Just look. I've been looking into is a soldering station with like a heat gun.
You don't have one of those?
Well, I don't have a lot of anything anymore, thanks.
Weird.
Yeah. Yeah, it's almost like we're rebuilding from fiery rubble.
How old are you? When did you become a man again?
Recently, yeah, no solder. Actually, I take that back. I did just go buy a Milwaukee soldering iron to get me through. Sure. Listen, you say that until you need to solder something away from a power source randomly.
I don't ever need to do that.
Really?
Yeah.
Must be nice.
Just bring it to the extension cords and whatnot. Where are you out in the woods soldering? I mean, just out there carving a tree with a soldering iron.
Sometimes there's equipment in the woods that needs soldering.
In the woods, you just twist that shit together and drive it back to the place that has the soldering iron.
What if you're okay? I guess you could run an extension cord.
2 wires need to get put together. They can get put together in more ways than solder.
Yeah. I mean, but solder is going to be better than like a butt connector.
Yeah, but I don't need to like
if I got to crawl up underneath the dash of my freaking whatever it is to solder some bullshit together, the battery powered one is pretty convenient.
My walkie.
It was $99. Actually, no, because I get it for 10% off through the Home Depot cheapo, so it was like $80.
This thing is won't even tell me the price on this piece of junk.
It was like $80, I think.
That's too much. You could have bought a really nice soldering. Oh, you messed up. Did you get one that just hooks to a battery?
Yeah, I plug a battery into it. It's M12. Yeah, it's battery.
No. They make one that clips to an M18 battery and is a soldering station.
Oh, that's
actually super clever.
Oh, that's the other thing I need to get doing if I'm going to start doing any lives and stuff in the shops. I think I'm going to run cat.
You go. You going, everybody? Did I get going?
Yeah, I was talking about internet and what I wanted to do for internet, and it heard me.
It was all like, yep. He's talking about the internet.
You don't get to talk about the internet anymore. No, I was talking about running Cat 6 out to the shop.
Oh.
But so I finally broke down and bought, where the hell is it? The stupid thing I had to buy this so I can get a Cat 6 out of my StarNet. So I have to buy this little box. I swear to God. So you can plug in. No router. No. Oh, it has a router, but the router does
have ports on the router.
Nope, it's wireless only.
Oh, it's a Starlink to wireless only hotspot.
Yes.
Oh, but that's disgusting.
This fancy little bullshit.
That's evil. That's actually evil.
Oh, they did away with it on the newer This was the one version that didn't have it. Whatever. But these were, yeah. Originally these were like $40 to get.
So this is now like a USB-C to connector.
Yeah, it's that whatever little connector. It's just an inline dongle that
it literally
pirates
just connects to the board and adds a connector.
Well, no, the satellite is this thing. So the satellite plugs directly into this bad boy, and then it grabs the signal in line somehow. I don't know exactly how it works.
No, it just extends the board and puts another peripheral, essentially.
Nice. So now I have this, so I can actually run some cat to some places and do some things.
Wow.
Someday, maybe. I don't know.
It only allows you to run wireless devices off Starlink.
Yeah, Starlink V2.
I was unaware of that.
That was only a V2 thing. They got.
I bet they changed that pretty quick.
Yeah, unfortunately, when I was having the no internet, I didn't really care.
You should spend another $600 getting your stuff.
I'm definitely not. These went on sale when they came out with the new ones, and
everybody was like, "I'm being ripped off."
So I got that for $5, and I'm like, "Yeah, okay."
Well, $5 doesn't seem terrible.
No, it's not bad.
But can you take that one connection and make it a uplink connection to a switch?
Yeah, I can run it right into any switch or whatever.
Yeah, because then if you uplink a switch, then you'll have 8 ports to play with.
Exactly. That's my plan, is to bring it up into a switch in here and then basically make this my internet hub room, because the outside is right there, so I can just boopity boop.
Boopity boop.
That's my idea, but
yeah, it's you in your child's room.
Listen, I am the child in my room. This is my room. I have my own room. It has all my stuff on. I got all my stuff on the walls.
That is your stuff, isn't it?
It is my stuff. I don't have much stuff, but that's my stuff.
Why is there a football helmet up there?
Because that's my football helmet from when I was in high school.
That's a rough road, bud.
Why is that a rough road?
Because you have very minimal things that are like trophies of your life, and one of them is from high school.
Yeah.
That's a shame. Shame shelf.
I've got those.
I mean, that's better than that shame shelf over there.
Well, okay, to be fair, you just can't see what's all on the shame shelf. There's a bunch of coins and things that are.
I don't know. I see a picture of football players potentially. And
see
helmet,
there's a bunch of coins and whatnot over there.
Shame shelf. There's like a Hanukkah up there.
Was there a Hanukkah? Oh yeah, no, that's they don't call that a Hanukkah. What do they call that thing? What the? Damn it! What is the name of that thing now? I don't remember. It's not. I know that's wrong.
You were going to say dreidel.
Dreidel? No, I wasn't.
You were totally going to say dreidel.
No, I was going to say something else. But menorah or something like that?
Yeah, menorah. Hanukkah candle.
Something Medora? Something
See what AI says. Multiple kinds of...
Did you just type in Hanukkah?
Candle. Oh. What did I do? I broke it. Uh-oh.
All right. Well, StarNet is definitely telling us to shut it down. It's having problems with all this. So I appreciate anyone who gets in here and watches this train wreck. Sometimes we just like to get on here and talk about things we don't like. Maybe we'll come up with a name for this, but I don't think we'll do it enough to make it like a thing.
Maybe.
I don't want to get back into we do it.
Cycle.
Oh, yeah, or any type of like schedule, you know? Yeah, shame cycle. That's what we could call this, the shame cycle.
That's like shame cycle. Why are you here? Watch hours. I'm here for the most shameful reason.
I'm here for the shame.
Gotta keep the lights on, everybody. Shame.
Oh, that's the best part about this room. I don't know if I told you this. So when I went to put this desk in here, I was like, sweet, it's going to fit between the closet here and the door. The door is over here.
And the shame shelf distance.
Well, the shame shelves I put up after I found out there was enough room. The problem is the light switch for the room is behind the desk.
That seems fine. Just leave it
So
off. Put a lamp in,
the
flapper.
only I just put a one of those smart switches on, so you could
Oh,
just hit the
that's. You know
on your
what you should
phone.
do? You should do one even better. You should get
Hmm.
yourself a hole saw, and you should just cut a hole
through
in
the through the cabinet. I'm
yeah.
not doing it. No, no, I don't
Just be
need to.
like,
I have it. I have it on my phone. I can boop.
yeah. Is that a subscription service for that?
Nope. No, well, weirdly enough, it's just a little stupid smart app from Home
Yeah,
Depot.
that's
Oh, they
totally.
are stealing the hell out of my
Yeah,
data.
they're like, this guy plays with his lights. He might be.
Yeah, yeah, basically.
That's hilarious. You have to use your phone to turn on the lights.
Just in this room. Hey, listen, it's my room.
Don't go in my room. Why?
Don't go in my, I told you never bother me while I'm cleaning my room.
You can't turn the lights on in there. Just stay out of there.
It's funny. My wife will come in here and get stuff sometimes. She'll be like, "Can you turn the light on?" Like, why are you in my room?
Why are you in my room? You should get a lamp. You should get one of them Christmas story lamps with the lingerie leg lady.
Oh, okay.
That's Christmas story, isn't it?
I,
What's the name of that?
is it Christmas Story? It might be. I don't remember Christmas Story that well. I just remember you're gonna shoot your eye out, kid.
Yeah, it's called A Christmas Story.
A Christmas Story.
A Christmas Story.
That is definitely a Christmas Story.
The Christmas Story has something to do with religion.
Oh, there's a difference.
I guess.
Huh, I guess that makes sense. All right, well, we're gonna wrap it up. Appreciate everybody. If you're watching this afterwards, thanks, and you're crazy, and we'll see you on another one, maybe one day. I don't know. Dudes might put out another video someday, or shorts. You gonna do shorts again? What are you doing?
I might. They're like 3-minute deals now, so I might have to like conjure up some stuff.
Some stuff, or just put some old stuff back out?
Yeah, that's how conjuring works.
Oh, is that what conjuring? Oh, I have been doing it wrong.
Yeah. Creation and conjuring are separated by the fact that conjuring is to awaken something old. I'm pretty sure.
Is it?
I don't know. I could dictionary it.
Yeah, we're not doing that. All right, we're out.